must do is embrace the vision.
What's good, Vision Gang? You already know what it is. This is your boy, DaVizion, and I'm back again with another MMA reaction. This time we got VoteSport. I'm reacting to some VoteSport. I ain't reacted to them in a minute. It's Headshot Master, the most underrated UFC champion, Leon Edwards. I've been meaning to react to Leon Edwards for a long time, ever since his last UFC pay-per-view. My channel was already started when that pay-per-view happened, and I didn't get a chance to watch him and Colby Covington or really cover that at all, and I'm disappointed I didn't do that. So this is my chance to make up for that. Leon Edwards, I don't know much about him. I know he's Jamaican, that's about it, and I don't even know what belt he has right now. I think it's one of the smaller guy belts, I know that much. Well, we're gonna learn today, so let's go ahead and get this thing started, y'all.
What we really used to sort of challenge for them after
he got the nice can kick as well. He got a crow cop. Oh, he got a left. That boy is
Leon Edwards was the most underrated fighter on the UFC roster. He soundly outclassed high-ranked welterweights.
Okay, he was welterweight.
Put a lightning-fast 8-second knockout on his resume. Nevertheless, Edwards managed to rewrite history with a single high kick.
When he became that's crazy.
Over the past 7 years, Leon amassed an 11-fight unbeaten streak.
Damn, 11 fight
it's
unbeaten.
Time to recollect the Jamaican native's career path, a silent rise from street brawls to the UFC Championship title.
with that big straight right up. Stepping low.
Edwards was born and raised in Kingston, the capital of Jamaica. Despite their dad being a local criminal authority, it did not save Leon and his brother Fabian from getting into trouble. The head of the family moved to London in search of a better life when Edwards was 5. 4 years later, he bought a small house in Aston, Birmingham, and the whole family moved there. However, their newfound home had its own share of gang violence, and Leon was affected by it as well. He was barely 14 when his father was shot dead in a nightclub. This tragedy completely turned the teenager's life upside down. The streets consumed him fully. He was arrested several times and participated in dozens of brawls. Each of them could have gone very poorly. That's
like this is a sad fact of life, man. When you lose that father figure, another male figure can move into your life, and if that male figure that gets into your life is not positive, you're in for a world of hurt, unfortunately.
That's partly why Edwards was dubbed Rocky. The nickname had come into being even before he started martial arts. Shortly after his father's death, the family moved to Erdington, a suburb of Birmingham. It was there that the 17-year-old Edwards kicked off his MMA journey. Leon's mother wanted her son to express himself in the gym and not in street scuffles. He trained consistently, but couldn't afford a membership. So a few months later, Edwards asked to coach classes for kids instead of paying a monthly fee. The gym owner agreed, and Rocky's quest for glory began. He had a couple of amateur performances, finishing one of them in just 8 seconds.
8 seconds. Boop, boop, boop.
Leon brutally annihilated a poor fella named Jamie Hughes, who needed some time to get his wits about him after the fight. 19-year-old Leon entered the pro ranks in June of 2011. He signed with a local promotion, Fight UK, and fought 3 times in 8 months. In his debut, Edwards was superior in the clinch and took the fight to the ground.
That's a beautiful.
The Brit got into a mount in a blink of an eye and delivered a dozen blows, claiming his first career victory.
The referee all over the situation, a fast stoppage.
The next showing took place in the middleweight division against the Polish.
This was in middleweight too, so I wonder how big he actually walks around at.
Kicks left and right, but missed the target frequently.
It looks like
Still, the hands were finding home all day.
Oh, there's another one.
That boy got hands.
Edwards and here come the punches. Pavo really struggling to compose himself as Edwards.
In the second round, Leon finally connected with a high kick.
Oh!
and jumped in to close the
He
show.
stunned him. He left him stunned like a deer in the headlights after he got hit with that kick. Even though it was like just toes and shit,
Pole
it just
was tough
stunned
and
him.
gutted through, so Rocky came out of the bout with a decision win. In his last outing under the Fight UK banner, Edwards was matched up with Delroy McDowell, an undefeated jiu-jitsu representative. Over the course of 2 rounds, Leon was far ahead in both striking and on the ground.
Position, and Edwards does brilliantly.
Shot swinging from McDowell doesn't quite connect. And now Edwards comes down, and on top of the knees will come, and that's a big one. Oh, these knees are brutal.
The battle almost reached its logical conclusion when an unexpected blunder took place.
Now there, and there's a left hand, and there's a big knee.
Oh, yeah, that's an illegal
Edwards
knee.
sprawled off a takedown
No.
and fired a heavy illegal knee to the exhausted opponent's head. The foul was deemed intentional, and Edwards lost by disqualification 9 years before Petr Yan made it mainstream.
That's illegal.
No one took the loss seriously, and soon Leon found himself in BAMMA, the second most popular promotion in England. Aside from bright career prospects, he was promised an opportunity to perform in his hometown, Birmingham. Leon's next 3 fights took place on home soil.
Probably comfortable.
Jonathan tried to
Oh,
lead the
no.
dance, but quickly
They
realized
got back up.
it was a dead
Good
end.
job. Get back up.
That he can kick very
Edwards turned out to be more explosive,
Here.
knee.
creative,
Rocky in and out. Ooh.
and more powerful.
The action here, and then
Bow,
turning
bow,
that
bow.
knee, and then the fast hands.
Yes, sir. Them hands, them fast, quick hands. Bow.
Punches in bunches go
Bow.
through.
Early into the second
Rocky.
round, his total superiority transformed into a technical knockout.
And the referee's going to stop this. He's seen enough.
This success was reinforced by 2 additional quick finishes. Edwards rendered Adam Bousif helpless with an arm triangle.
It's not going to be enough.
Against Wendell Lewis, Leon put on a scintillating demolition, marked not only by aggression,
His legs went, and he's done it again, Frank. Suddenly he's exploded here. The Rocky, he's living up to the...
but also boxing aesthetics.
I gotta be honest with you, it's
The aggression part, however, was more pronounced.
Because
Oh, the knee.
the flying knee there.
Dude.
Lance, they're
Yeah, he's tearing
A
him up with the
protracted
knees.
assault near the cage
Tagging
wall
him.
led to a
Tagging
clean
him.
knockout in about 80 seconds.
He's sliding in. There it is. Wow.
3 victories inside the distance granted Edwards a title shot. The champion was Wayne Murray, a hard-nosed veteran with 18 wins and 5 losses.
Shows a well...
Murray dove in for a takedown from the jump. Edwards managed to catch him with a knee,
Murray went for the takedown, took a knee as he went.
but spent the next minute and a half pressed against the fence.
Tenacity of the champion, Wayne Murray.
As soon as Leon clasped his hands around the opponent's waist, the dynamic was instantly reversed.
He looks for the takedown himself.
Rocky took the back, tortured the rival for
Oh.
several minutes, and eventually locked in a choke that won him the championship belt.
It's tapped. Wow. Oh my goodness. That was a shot.
Leon Rocky Edwards.
The Brits' first defense was against Sean Taylor, an undefeated Scottish prospect with a 7-0 record. A funny incident happened in the very first round.
Ducking though.
Oh, he locked him. Left him sleep.
Leon landed an uppercut from the clinch. The counterpart collapsed, so the champion went off to celebrate. The referee could differentiate between Edwards and Mark Hunt, and was not in a hurry to intervene, which only accelerated Taylor's brain damage journey.
Now it's a problem. She slips again.
Oh, Taylor.
Big punch, knockout power.
Oh, that left hook. Okay, and he grimaced his Taylor this time.
I mean,
Despite
his
seeing
corner
double,
should have got him out if he was
Taylor
getting
kept
beat up like
walking
that
forward
too.
and getting clocked.
It's his
again
corner's
and
fault.
again. He would taste the canvas.
Y'all, let me know down below. It should be on the corner just as much as the referee to stop the fight if their fighter is getting his ass whooped like that, right or wrong?
2 more times in the third round.
Really good technical force by Edwards. And again, it's all over.
Man, stay down. Stay down.
After knockdown number 6, the visibly irritated Leon simply walked away. BAMMA named Edwards Fighter of the Year and let him go a few weeks later. Rocky signed a contract with the UFC. In November of 2014, the 23-year-old Edwards hit the big stage in Brazil against a local guy, Claudio Silva, a nightmare on the ground coming off 10 consecutive triumphs.
Claudio Silva.
Leon decided to press the issue right away.
10 consecutive, that's impressive.
Leon Edwards.
Silva
Oh, he
seized the
grabbed him, though.
opportunity and took the action
Ow,
to the mat.
slammed him, got him to the
Leon
mat
Edwards
quick.
must respect here in the early going.
This Claudio Silva dude must be a
Get up
real
there,
good
Edwards was
grappler.
sharp to the left.
Left hook by Edwards. Follows up with another short left. Yeah, despite it being his debut, Edwards just looks so much more relaxed.
And defending takedowns throughout the first stretch.
Powerful takedown by... Oh, a couple big elbows there by Edwards. Hard to see from our...
Still, after the break, Claudio managed to drag him down and score points from top position.
Guys, get that takedown. And it's very...
Productive groundwork swayed two of the judges to side with the Brazilian. Edwards quickly smoothed out the rocky start with his second octagon appearance.
Leon Edwards in the blue. Seth Bazinski.
Oh! Took him down. Oh, my God. Oh.
And done for Leon.
Having sent Seth Bazinski to nobody's homeland, Rocky was awarded a Performance of the Night bonus and made history. This 8-second knockout is still in the top 10 fastest UFC finishes. Striking while the iron is hot, Leon went to Glasgow to go head-to-head with another Polish fighter, Paweł Pawlak. Leon was set to prove that the previous knockout was not an accident.
She told him after round
Oh.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Head kick, looking for the finish!
A laser-sharp high kick was supposed to secure another finish, but Pawlak survived and lost by decision.
Leon Rocky.
In December of 2015, Edwards flew to the U.S. for the first time and was scheduled to face Kamaru Usman.
Oh.
It was the future champion's promotional debut after winning the 21st season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Interesting way to start the fight.
Edwards, whose game centered around distance control, ran into a man who could take away the space with wrestling and swarming pressure. The Brit managed to get up and land good shots from time to time.
And you know what?
Edwards looking very good here.
But neutralizing the takedown threat altogether was beyond Leon's depth.
Let's see if he can get it.
It's too good for him.
Kamaru was successful with 6 attempts and accumulated 11 minutes of control.
Usman.
Therefore, Edwards' UFC record evened out at 2 victories and 2 defeats.
Syrian Nightmare.
Throughout 2015, Rocky would spend time at the American Kickboxing Academy, improving his wrestling and clinch game. The fruits of that labor were not long in coming. Against Dominic Waters, Leon dominated the clinch exchanges
Good job by Edwards here. Now look at
and showed significant progress. Waters landed takedowns,
that. Allowing him to
but couldn't establish top position.
get up from Leon.
Rocky outclassed his foe both on the feet
He definitely has the speed on his hands.
and on the mat.
Very hard to do that from that split stance that Leon has up against the cage. Jamaica fighting out of Birmingham, England. Lands a knee, follows it up with an uppercut. Leon Rocky.
Edwards finally got a chance to perform in England. It was the 6th country he had visited during his UFC stint. On the UFC 204 preliminary card, Leon was put up against the 14th ranked Albert Tumenov. The Russian had recently been on a run of 5 prior to falling short against Gunnar Nelson.
We are underway. Albert Tumenov.
Leon was a heavy underdog, but surprisingly, he turned to his wrestling and barely allowed Tumenov to get back up in the opening stretch.
Oh, you're a wrestler.
The second frame was spent mostly in kickboxing range. Tumenov gradually seized the initiative.
Round 2.
He's tearing, getting tore up a little bit. Oh. Come on, Leon. Come on, Rocky.
The dynamic continued in the final
Yeah,
round.
he's getting tore up, bro.
Albert was slipping single jabs and throwing boxing combinations. Leon needed a comeback, so he glued himself to the opponent's kick and tripped him down to the canvas.
Good finish there.
Forced to battle for position, Tumenov exposed the back and was forced to surrender.
This is tight. It is all over. Leon
While the Russian fighter's career in the UFC came to an end, the win didn't place Rocky in the top 15. He had to throw down against another rising star, Vicente Luque. The Brazilian finished his 4 previous antagonists and was regarded as one of the biggest prospects at 170 pounds.
Leon Edwards versus...
The contestants went at it right from the jump.
First, because I would expect...
Oh, they going at it. They going at it.
Hey, paying for air? Watch this. We're using the smart air pump to inflate all these tires called air motors. This bad boy here.
Edwards was launching snappy kicks to all levels.
Leon Edwards is cooler than the other.
But Leon's wrestling landed him in hot waters this time.
Nice.
Luque was quick to counter and amassed 3 minutes of control in the first. Rocky increased the tempo in the second and spiced things up with diverse attacks.
Luque is slowed here, Dan. He was finding some good openings.
Nice takedown.
Luque started out the last stretch in war mode and pinned Edwards against the fence.
The Edwards corner employing him.
The nimble Brit managed to wriggle out.
Oh, and another beautiful switch there from...
Once they were back on the feet, Leon took the wheel, dominating the stand-up.
Full body shot there. Big left hook, big right hook. Beautiful work.
Edwards getting it. It looks attractive. There you go again.
Very underutilized shots of the body shots. Especially the left right hook to the body, which Jimmy Manuwa uses a lot of the time covering. Oh, beautiful 1-2 there.
The Brazilian charged forward to retaliate.
The fast hands of Leon Edwards seem to be landing with more regularity than Luque, although now Edwards backed up against the fence.
But ran out of time to turn things around.
Whoa!
Edwards was riding high and asked for a top 15 opponent, mentioning Cowboy Cerrone.
Give me Cowboy.
Instead, he got the unranked Bryan Barberena, who'd won 4 of 6 in the UFC and came to be known as a prospect killer.
Barberena in the yellow.
Barberena's game plan was going second and chopping down the Brit's legs. Edwards answered with kicks of his own.
Tonight, but he will definitely be trying to...
Unable to inflict significant damage, he switched gears and banked the first round with a couple of choke attempts. A minute before the second portion ended, Bryan landed a bomb.
Now, Dan.
Oh, Barberena landed shots.
He was so close to ruining another upstart's career, but Rocky managed to persevere.
Round.
In the third, Barberena walked forward, guns blazing.
Poor Leon Edwards has very quick feet. Massive left hand.
Powerful left hand.
Edwards clung on to him like a tick and reversed the fortunes with a takedown.
Barberena landed in the second.
Not even registered.
He tried to snatch the neck.
And continue threatening his neck. Look at this, that's good work.
Got him.
Still, the contest went to the scorecards anyway. Rocky came out victorious by a unanimous decision. With 4 wins, Edwards claimed the number 15 spot. However, he was matched up against the lesser-known Peter Sobotta.
Edwards.
Leon dropped the enemy 30 seconds into the bout.
We really used this sort of challenge.
30 seconds into the fight. Oh, no.
Long right hook.
And almost got caught in an armbar trying to seal the deal.
Beautiful arm attack.
The UTC camp.
Elbows clear.
Nicely done there by Edwards.
Unwilling to leave it to the judges this time, Edwards upped the aggression.
Lovely.
The side of the jab caught him on the chin. Still looking.
He stuffed the takedown, got on top, and softened the prey with elbows.
Still, I feel like both of these guys want to steal some of that thunder because it's got to parallel what Till did to Cap.
The Brit was hammering the helpless Sobotta for a minute.
Edwards just placed his hand inside his forearm under the chin of Sobotta, but he's thudding in these shots. Sobotta looks like a man.
The referee stepped in a second before the horn and helped Leon decorate his resume with a much-desired finish.
Stop! Oh, I think the fight was called.
Rocky snatched the microphone away from Dan Hardy and called out Darren Till, who was in attendance that night.
Darren Till, how do you want to fight? In Liverpool, let's go. Me and you, Liverpool versus Birmingham. I'm the best fucking welterweight in the UK. End of. Soon to be in the world. Bye.
Said bye.
In June of 2018, Edwards finally got the attention he deserved from the matchmakers. He was set to headline an event in Singapore with Donald Cerrone. Cowboy was ranked 11th and silenced his critics recently by thrashing Yancy Medeiros.
Cowboy Cerrone.
Leon spent the first 2 rounds calibrating kicks with the back leg to all levels.
Submission.
Oh!
Again.
Cowboy was trying to break into close quarters, but kept running into hard elbows.
I think the knee got through. Nice elbow. That is a lot of blood.
The experienced Cerrone figured a high kick on the clinch break might help.
Oh!
Edwards complained to the referee about a glove grab, and the replay confirmed the validity of those claims.
But it's a veteran trick.
In the third, Leon let the hands go more often.
Edwards switching up his stances. Hands wide. To counter.
And shook off Cowboy's offensive attempts.
He comes through with that signature.
Still, Cerrone's flurries would occasionally slice through the Brit's defense. Multiple successful takedowns.
Nicely done by Cowboy.
And meaningful connections on the feet allowed Cowboy to take the championship rounds.
Cowboy was so ready to come out. Here they go. Hold on. Come on, Cowboy. And that is the end of the contest.
Edwards banked the other 3.
Wow.
In the aftermath, Leon made another call-out. He wanted to share the octagon with Jorge Masvidal.
Me, Masvidal, let's go. Make it happen.
As expected, Gamebred was nowhere to be found. As a result, Leon got Gunnar Nelson, a black belt in BJJ who was 3 spots lower in the rankings. The first round was full of grappling, with proactive takedowns coming from both fighters.
He was showing strong to use karate to get in. We had 2 very measured.
The Brit made better use of them and even controlled the rival from the back.
Nelson was able to.
In the second portion, Leon cut the chess game short, catching the adversary coming in.
Straight right lock. He's given. Gonna get down. Leon Edwards is pouring under pressure. He's hurt.
And look at his pivot on the lead leg. Beautiful work. Pulls him into a position.
Nelson survived to the bell and came back strong in the third, ending up in mount.
Okay, took him down.
That would be insane if he could pull it off here.
Now Edwards had to fight for survival.
Well wrapped. That is the end of this contest.
2 judges gave the victory to Leon, helping him extend his streak to 7 in a row.
Whoa.
The most eye-catching stuff happened behind the scenes. Leon mentioned that he wanted to scrap with Masvidal, and Jorge stopped doing an interview to issue the infamous 3-piece with the soda. Edwards was furious and demanded an opportunity for revenge, but the gap in name value made it implausible. However, he received a consolation prize, 5 rounds against the former champion, Rafael dos Anjos. This was Leon's second fight in the U.S. The Brazilian was ranked 4th in the division and got back on the right track by choking out Kevin Lee.
Here in the UFC's welterweight division.
Dos Anjos applied constant pressure, while Edwards skillfully kept his distance and sniped away at the more experienced foe.
Yeah, he's cutting up RDA.
Elbows in the clinch were especially successful.
Ooh, Sancho's got to be mindful of those Edwards elbows.
Because what Edwards is doing, the reason you're seeing so many clinches.
Break.
Too short to reach the head consistently, Dos Anjos focused on the body and the legs.
He got the space where he wants. Nice low kick.
Oh.
Nice, Sancho.
The speed difference became evident.
Go now in this third round. Big left hand from Edwards.
Edwards was winning most of the exchanges, was 1 step ahead at all times, and built up a considerable lead in significant strikes.
Edwards has done a good job just pulling that leg back every single time.
In the championship rounds, Leon allowed himself to relax a little and just stay out of trouble.
Beautiful right.
Tore dude face up too. Oh, put him on his back.
The Brazilian had enough pace and skill to put the closing 5 minutes in the bag.
Speed sliding out. 8 shots there. Recap of all the action from San Antonio on the UFC 10 seconds.
Wow, I did it again.
And there it is.
But the judges gave the other 4 to Edwards. Pundits highlighted his perfectly executed game plan, while the public crucified him for being boring. Leon was sure that this time he would definitely drag Jorge into the cage. But over the next 3 years, life threw a wrench into his plans. The pandemic caused the showdown versus Tyron
definitely.
Woodley to be canceled. Then Edwards got removed from the rankings for not agreeing to fight Khamzat Chimaev at UFC's request. That matchup would fall through 3 times due to COVID. Leon had to spend 2 years of his prime on the sidelines. In March of 2021, he met with Belal Muhammad, who saved the event by replacing Chimaev on short notice.
We are underway.
In the first round, Edwards fired the classic southpaw double attack.
Las Vegas.
No.
The one that would later cause the upset of the year.
Boom.
The high kick rattled Belal, but did not damage him to a point of no return.
Oh my goodness, big left hook.
Unfortunately, at the beginning of the second, an eye poke happened.
Oh, another poke. Oh, it was a poke in the eye. Yeah.
The adversary was unable to continue, and the bout was declared a no contest.
A no decision.
It's not what we all wanted.
Shit, that sounds painful.
A few months later, Leon crossed paths with Nate Diaz. The battle became historic in a sense. For the first time, a 5-round contest was not for a title, nor the main event of the evening. It seemed like a win-win situation for the UFC. Either Edwards came out victorious with a new fan base, or Diaz caught a second wind and stayed as a valuable asset.
QR code for delicious food delivered by...
In reality, though, everything turned out the opposite. Leon enacted dominance that no one remembers.
Ooh, but that might have all...
Ooh.
Time becoming the 21st UFC fighter to do.
And Nate was fooling around.
Little gamesmanship from Nate Diaz early, and then he flurries. He caused almost a little divot in that leg of Nate Diaz.
By the end of the second round, Diaz changed tactics a bit and started initiating
that's
clinches,
disrespectful.
but kept getting touched up by the faster
You get
Leon.
getting touched up though. Boom, boom.
Nice connection. That
Counter.
unorthodox. Oh.
Rocky opened the third with a powerful jab,
Oh, nice.
followed up with a takedown,
Something complicated.
and put a cherry on top with slicing elbows,
Nice elbow there, man.
opening up a nasty gash on Diaz's face. Stockton's favorite son responded in his usual manner. From the fourth round on, Nate finally began finding the mark.
Who is a two-time, two-division world champion.
Nevertheless, Edwards still looked sharper and punished the foe for overcommitting.
Big left from Edwards.
Nice.
Elbows and close were also in play,
Sitting elbow coming from that position of the hand now.
as well as crippling low kicks.
Oh.
Now he's going to let him know right away.
Edwards did whatever he wanted in the cage for more than 20 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Halfway through the fifth round, Diaz's 1-2 found the target.
Josh Thomas. Yeah,
Leon did not take the hint and got clattered again in the last minute.
jiu-jitsu, boxing.
Rocky barely made it through, wobbling and surviving in the clinch.
You gotta be kidding me. 2 seconds to go. Again. And potentially turn in an upset for the event. Diaz has some straight. Coming from Diaz. Seconds of this 5-round affair. What a fight.
The scorecards hardly mattered in the end. Edwards won by decision. But
Man,
was the
Nate
one
almost
celebrating.
won, bro. He almost won. He almost got that thing, man.
If you work with vocals, let me show you how to save tons of time and still get professional results. It's called Xbox. It's like having...
Instead of a title shot, Leon was offered a chance to settle the score with Masvidal. Nevertheless, due to Jorge's injury, the bout fell through. Edwards sat idle for another 7 months, waiting for Usman to recover, and eventually got his wish. Since their last meeting in 2015, they had won 22 fights combined, with 0 defeats. However, their careers went different routes. Kamaru claimed the welterweight belt, expropriating the remnants of Tyron Woodley's fighting spirit.
He's hurt. Woodley's hurt. Woodley's in trouble here. Big uppercut. The end could be close.
Then the Nigerian's finishing ability came to life, and opponents began to fall.
And of all the superlatives.
He defended the strap 5 times and topped the pound-for-pound list. Anyway, Edwards knew how things would go beforehand. In the prologue of their 2022 sequel, Edwards switched gears and executed a trip.
Good job. Got him down, nice takedown.
And banked the round on the canvas.
What a start!
In the second, he kept stinging Kamaru on the feet.
Leon's back to keep him from moving. Every passing moment. Oh!
Usman pressed forward in response, putting real power behind his punches, and the tide started to turn.
Really putting the pressure on him now.
Halfway through the scrap, the champ implemented wrestling and secured multiple takedowns.
Nice takedown.
By the final lap, even the commentators were saying Leon was done.
If it wasn't obvious enough, Leon is broken out, and he may have resigned himself to losing a decision.
If only they knew.
From which he is caught.
No, he leaned right into it. He linked right into it. Bow!
At the last minute, Edwards faked a cross and fired a head kick from the launch pad.
Oh my goodness!
This is a great combination from Edwards.
Oh my goodness!
Being a gentleman, Leon abstained from follow-up shots as Kamaru was staring into the dark void.
Yep. Shadow realm, bro. He went to the
Leon
shadow
delivered
realm.
the biggest upset in recent memory and avenged the injustices that had haunted him for years. The Brit was never a media darling. He went against the tide and proved that even in the modern era, pure fighting skills can make you a world champion.
Yes, sir.
Told him after round 2.
Oh my goodness!
If you liked the video, headshot that like button, subscribe to the channel, and vote for sport.
Alright, y'all, that was VoteSport Headshot Master, the most underrated UFC champion, Leon Edwards. And boy, he is a beast. I knew he was a UFC champion. Kind of knew that he had like a striking style, because I knew he won against Usman with a headshot. But I had no idea that he was just headshotting like a lot of people. He had hands. He even good with the takedowns. He can take you down and ground and pound you too. So Leon Edwards is a beast. I'm really glad I watched this video, because now I know a lot more about one of the UFC's best welterweights. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. You guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell if you haven't already done so you can be first to see the videos, and punch the hell out of that like button, like jab the shit out that like button. And as always, you guys be safe, give it your all in whatever you do in your life, and we out. It's your boy DaVizion. Peace.